Hey, how you doing? Aaron Chen here. I hope you're well. In this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about, what it really takes to be successful. Okay, so I'm actually just driving home right now, so I'm gonna try and focus on the road. But this is a great video. I really wanted to talk about this because a lot of people don't really realize what it takes to be successful, right? And I've been online now for 9 years. I'm an online entrepreneur. The first 8 years, I struggled really badly, had very little success. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I've wanted to quit over 15 times in the last 8 years, right? In the first 8 years, I should say. Really wanted to quit 15 times. I've had multiple social media accounts shut down. I've had my Google account shut down twice. I've had my Facebook account shut down 3 times. I've had my YouTube account shut down once, right? And every time that happened, I wanted to just quit. I just wanted to give up because I'd spent so much time on those accounts and growing my campaigns and everything, that the thought of trying to restart again just killed me, right? Every time it happened. Most people would have just given up, right? Most people would have just given up. They would have said, they would have thrown in the towel. But the reality is that if you want to be successful in business, especially in business, right, you've got to be really thick-skinned. Okay, you've got to have the thickest skin in the world. So if people start talking about you and people start hating on you, you just have to be like it's got to be like water off a duck's back, right? It's just got to roll off. You got to shake it off, and you just can't listen to what people are saying, because the more successful you get, the more jealous people are gonna get, and the more haters you're gonna have, and that's just the reality. Unfortunately, that's the reality of doing business and being successful, right? So first of all, you got to be really thick-skinned, right? And number two, you've got to never give up. You've got to have the biggest tenacity in the world, and I'm really sorry if you're thinking that this message was meant to be easy, and I was gonna give you some sort of tips and tricks or whatever. Well, I am, but literally there's no secret sauce for this. It's literally just working your ass off, working really hard, okay, being very tenacious and just never giving up. And just expect that you're going to hit roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, and expect that you're going to spend money that you weren't expecting to spend, because that's just the way it is. A lot of people come into business and they think, oh, I've got a little bit of money, I'm gonna put my money into this business and it's gonna work straight away like that. Well, let me be the one to tell you that unfortunately, my friend, it doesn't work like that. Most of the time, the strategies that you try or the business that you build, it just doesn't work out. It just doesn't work out. And then what happens a lot of the time is you find that you have to kind of reset and maybe pivot a little bit and realign your strategies and then try again, and that's what happened to me over the last 9 years. The first 8 years literally was just hitting obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. I'd get some results, and then the next day something would happen, and then I'd have to restart, or I'd try a strategy and it would work for a little while, and then it wouldn't really work anymore, and I didn't really know what was going wrong. And you just have to kind of pivot and realign and reassess constantly, and just trust that eventually you're gonna figure it out, right? Because the thing is that if you don't give up, right, then if you don't give up and you don't quit, then you will have success, right? It's not a question of if you'll have success, it's a question of when you'll have success, right? And that is the attitude that you must have when you're trying to become successful and whenever you're building a business, okay? That is really the core fundamental, I would say, right? And then what you want to do is you want to surround yourself with supportive people, right? If you've got friends, that are naysayers, and friends who tell you, hey, Jim, that it's never gonna work. What you're trying, it's impossible. You're never gonna be successful. You're never gonna make a lot of money. You gotta cut these people out of your life, right? I know that sounds really harsh and brutal, but it's the reality, right? The more you surround yourself with supportive people and people that are of a certain income level, the more successful you're gonna be. That's basically it. What they say is that your average your income will be the average of your 5 closest friends and contacts, right? So if you surround yourself, sorry, I just gotta pay this toll, right? I'm on the highway. So if you surround yourself with, you know, friends that are earning, you know, $3,000 a month or $2,000 a month, then your income is going to be roughly about $2,000 to $3,000 a month. If you surround yourself with people that are earning $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month, then your income is going to be closer to $50,000 a month. Why? Because you're going to be able to absorb all that energy and all the strategies and all the mindsets of the people that are closest to you, okay? So it's very, very important that you surround yourself with like-minded people. And if you've got, you know, people that are kind of bringing you down, then you just got to cut them off. And unfortunately, sometimes a lot of those people are family, you know. And I'm not saying that you should cut your family out, but what I'm saying is that you should try and spend a little bit less time with them, or just block out what they're saying, and, you know, focus on being positive and focus on spending time with the people that will help you and support you to get the results that you want. Okay, and there's no real, again, formula for this, but it's all common sense stuff. Okay, it's about working hard, trying hard, not giving up, being very, very focused, you know, realigning your goals every time you hit a roadblock, never quitting, and just being really, really thick-skinned. Okay, and that's really the secret to success. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. All right, the last thing that I want to say is that if you really want to be successful, and this is what I found for myself anyway, you know, you can do it in corporate, you can do it in a job, but the best way really is to start a business. Okay, so start some sort of technology business, whether it's online or yeah, I would leverage the internet. It's the best because you can go global, you can use systems, you can use tools, right? I would definitely do that. And if you want to check out, you know, what I'm involved with, then you can go ahead and click on the link right below this video. Okay, that's the business that I'm doing right now. I generated over 1,000 sales in it last year. I want to show you exactly how you can do that. So if you don't have a business and you're a little bit confused, you don't really know what to do, then I welcome you to check that out. Okay, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you all the best in your business and life, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Take care.